football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
For a guy still in his second year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round last weekend. That's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
Now an option play on second down. A pitch back. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, or they just say, get well.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets the start here. Coming off of a victory in round one, team doesn't have to travel.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll motion McLaurin left. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Daniels looking to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Escaping the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Boye Mafe in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. It's taken to the 26. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Richardson to throw off play action. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try for the first with Walker. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is DJ Chark. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Now Daniels. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Boye Mafe able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. Big yardage that time for Washington. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air goes Daniels. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Ben Sinnott. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Dorrance Armstrong. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Richardson looking to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the...
And a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. 2nd and short now following the fumble. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing now is Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Daniels. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They're trying to find Shark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. In motion, the tight end. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Here now, 2nd and 4. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Smith and Jigba with the grab. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. For the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. It's Howell. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Throwing here, Howell. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Howell will throw it. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. The slot man in motion right. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Daniels. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is caught. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Pacheco will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Once more, it's Pacheco. And this time he is in. Yes. Isaiah Pacheco punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Howell setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Another throw for Howell. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. Now Howell. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So we've got a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I establish It's the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Play action. Now Richardson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. A quick throw complete to Chark. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Daniels looking to throw. Bind. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Richardson off the play fake. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They go play action with Richardson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Now Daniels. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw is Daniels.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
To the air goes Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 74 yards. And the Commanders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also...
He's got a man complete.
Look at the big man rumble.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Cole Kmet,
75 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it makes the score 21-10. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next one. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They go play action. Daniels.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Daniels pass. Intercepted. Let's go now. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Walker now at 1st and 10.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Richardson working from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Cole Kmet.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Well, of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. Toss right side to Pacheco. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Pacheco on the read option.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Here's Daniels. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Back to throw again. And he's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Here's Pacheco.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Pacheco once more. This time he's in for a Commanders touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Give to Pacheco off the option.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That one complete. He finds Shark. So nothing doing there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Forced out to his left. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 12. 2:19 to play. And now the rookie's free.
He may go.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 91 yards.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And a Washington offense heading out. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He'll get this complete to Senate, the tight end.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee here.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others.